This is the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Scott Braun here. This show is all about you, the fans, because you get to ask the questions to today's guest, Padres outfielder Travis Jankowski. And remember, there are two ways to ask a question. Click the green button below and sign up or sign in for your chance to ask that question live to Travis, or tweet us the questions using the hashtag Chatting Cage, and I will ask your questions live on the show. So let's begin. Let's bring in Travis Jankowski of the San Diego Padres to join the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Travis, thanks so much for the time. How you doing today?
Good. Thank you guys for having me. It's nice out here, so let's get these questions going.
You know, I was going to say, I feel like every Padre is just a little bit happier because of the fact that you're in San Diego for at least half the year. Is that true?
Oh, by far. We wake up, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's 75 degrees, and we're playing baseball, so there's no better place.
Life is really good. Okay, Travis, let's get to some Twitter questions first, and let's start with some off-field stuff. This is from Erica. Congrats on your upcoming wedding anniversary. How has married life been for you? Erica's worried about your personal life here. What do you have for us?
Married life is incredible. There's, my beautiful bride. There's not a better person in the world than her, and we spend a lot of time together. We enjoy our time and just go out and have fun. So we're doing it together. We're having fun and we're enjoying life.
Here's one from @Mrs. McCoy 3. Any big off-season travel plans?
Not really anything scheduled out. We always try and do a trip towards the end of November. We really haven't planned too much ahead of time. We're kind of on the procrastination side of things, but I'm sure something will come up. If all else fails, we'll come out here to San Diego and enjoy some time.
Yeah, you're living a vacation all the time and plan for the Padres. Again, life is good. So let's bring in a fan question right now. What's your name? What's your question for Travis?
Hello, Mr. Jankowski. My name is Daniel. I'm from South Jersey. My question for you is, who is the funniest player in the Padres clubhouse?
Funniest player in the clubhouse? That's tough. Will's pretty funny. Myers cracks some jokes. He's a big office guy, so he always rattles stuff off. And then Hedges. Hedges is probably the wittiest. He says some stuff that it's like, really? You don't crack a smile, and then other stuff he'll say you just lose it, and your stomach hurts from laughing so hard. So those two guys are pretty funny.
Is there a lot of "that's what she said" from Will Myers?
Way too much. Way too much.
Yeah, it applies way too often. Okay, let's get back to Twitter then, and let's get to AJ's question. What are some of your individual goals for the offseason?
For the offseason, always kind of build upon my strengths. Always try to get bigger, stronger, faster. That's pretty important to me. Solidify a swing, solidify an approach, and work on the weaknesses too. Obviously, power's not one of my strong suits, but there's always room for improvement on the power aspect. So hopefully, with maybe some minor mechanical adjustments and a little bit of strength and some weight gain, maybe some balls start finding the gap and going over the fence a little bit more often.
This is the Edward Jones Chatting Cage with Travis Jankowski of the San Diego Padres. Here's one for your personal game on the field. From Meg Owens, 414. How do you feel like you've taken a step forward individually this year?
Yeah, this year I'd say that I just kind of, established an approach at the plate and been a lot more, selective to a certain zone in the strike zone. Not chasing as many pitches as I have in the past. I'm seeing the ball a lot better, and I think that's kind of a direct correlation to the on-base percentage and scoring some more runs and some more stolen bases as well.
Another fan question for Travis. What's your name? What's your question for him?
Hey, what's up, Travis? My name's Colin.
What's going on?
I'm from North Carolina, and my question is, how many stolen bases are you going to get this season?
Well, right now it's 24, so let's get to 25 before we start talking anything else. But, the goal coming in is always 40. Obviously, it's not looking like I'm going to get there this year, but I think a good round number of 30 is an achievable goal, and anything after 30 is always nice.
Okay, so then the EDJ question of the day continues on the topic. You're near 30 stolen bases, a mark you hit a few years back. How nice would it feel to hit that number or even pass it?
Incredible. Obviously you want to continue to get better and better each year. So, that mark of below 30 is going to be tough to swallow going into the off season. So, if I can get to 30 and then 31 and show that I'm on, a gradual incline, that would be a pretty achievable and pretty, accomplished feeling.
Well, many are rooting for you in that department, so let's get to Twitter again. ZGordon02. This is a really good way to get to 30 very quickly. He says, before the season's out, would you like to try and steal 4 bags in a game again, referring to last year, August 12th, against the Phillies when you pulled that off?
Yeah, that was a fun experience, so I definitely want to try and do that again. If I can get that, 4 in one game, that would definitely help the total out a little bit. So hopefully within one of these next series coming up, I can accomplish that feat in a game again.
The Edward Jones chatting cage with Travis Jankowski continues, and one more on the stolen bases. T. Sullivan, 60. Would you rather steal home for a walk-off or rob a home run to end the game?
Wow. That's a tough one. I think stealing home for a walk-off would that would be it, man. I can't imagine the excitement in the crowd and the team energy coming out and greeting me at home plate, walking off on a home, stealing home. So I got to go with that.
Yeah, I was trying to think of which one would be more featured on highlight reels. I think that one's more unique, so that stands out. Good choice. But both great problems to have. Let's do another fan question right now. Hey, what's your name? What's your question for Travis Jankowski?
Hi, Travis. This is Dan. Outside of Petco Park, what's your favorite ballpark to play at?
Favorite one to play at besides Petco? 2 come to mind. I like PNC in Pittsburgh. Something about the backdrop there with the city in the background and that yellow bridge. Love playing there. And then AT&T. Something about the water there. It's pretty cool, and the amount of history that's been made at that park. It's something special.
Travis, here's one from @KBailey25. You bat left-handed but throw right. How did that come about?
I don't know. My parents, they said when I picked up a bat and a golf club, I just decided to swing left-handed, and that's what looked more natural. So it's definitely not something they were mad about. Buying left-handed golf clubs was tough back in the day, but other than that, it's just one of those things that just happened naturally. I wasn't forced into doing it. It was just what I did. So it just kind of took off, and I'm happy I am that way.
How unique is that in the game?
I don't know. I'd say probably maybe 10% of players, maybe a little bit more do it. So definitely a little unique. I feel like throwing left and batting right's a little more unique. Typically more, I feel pitchers have that than anyone else. But yeah, throwing right, batting left, I love it.
Let's go to Twitter again, @Benjamin315. Let's go back to your school days. What was your reaction when Stony Brook was going to put you into their Athletics Hall of Fame?
That just gave me the chills right there.
Yeah?
It was an awesome experience. I remember the head coach, Matt Sank, called me, and he told me he doesn't call too often, so usually when he does, it's good news. And he said, you've been inducted into the Hall of Fame, and told me about the ceremony, and it was instant joy, and it's an honor to be in that Hall of Fame. There's some really good baseball players, Joe Nathan, Tommy Kohler. They're all in that Hall of Fame, and one of the Angels pitchers, Nick Tropiano, is getting inducted this year. So hopefully I can make it back up to that ceremony, because it really is a special moment there. And, having all the alumni and all your friends come back and celebrate with you, it's a great weekend.
And for those that don't know about Stony Brook, which you attended, it's in Long Island, right?
Correct, yep.
And the mascot?
The Seawolves, baby.
The
Go
Seawolves. Okay, so @AmandaDavis86 with this question, Travis. She's leading us into it. Before you were a Padre, you were a Chihuahua. That's your AAA team in El Paso. And a Seawolf. Yep. That's from Stony Brook. What's the better mascot?
Just going off the experience in real life, Chihuahuas tend to be a little bit more annoying. And, I don't really know what a true Seawolf is. So, I got to say Seawolf. I think it's a mythical creature. But, Seawolves, I like the colors, red and blue. And honestly, anytime you can bring back some college memories, I got to go with the Seawolves.
Yeah, Seawolf is definitely more intimidating because we don't know. It's mysterious. Let's do another fan question right now. What's your name? What's your question for Travis?
Hey, Travis, this is Andrew. And I'm just curious, who is the toughest pitcher that you've ever had to face?
Wow. There's a lot. But I'd say one that sticks out, the most is probably an obvious answer, Clayton Kershaw. You can locate with the best of them. There's a reason he's in the Cy Young running every single year. And, he throws that curveball. It looks like it's going to go over the net, behind home plate. It looks like it's gone into the bleachers, and then it ends up at the bottom of the zone, and it's just tough to pull the trigger on. So, yeah, I think Kershaw has my number.
Do you remember, are you one of those people that remember basically every at-bat that you have? Because, I work with some people that can recall every single AB, just about. They can go, oh, yeah, I remember that one. That was against that pitcher. This is what happened. I remember what was going into it. Do you remember it that vividly?
No, I do not. We'll face a guy on Monday out of the bullpen, and he'll throw again on Wednesday, and I'll have to look at video and remember who he is and what he did, against me. So it's one of those things I don't remember too often. Something I do remember is my home runs because they're so few and far between. So those are easy to remember, but other than that, it's tough to remember.
That's the beauty of modern technology, though. You can just watch it back. You can see what happened. Let's get a question from Allison on Facebook. She said, other than baseball, what are your hobbies?
Hobbies. I like watching movies. I like listening to music. Read a little bit in my spare time, and as bad I am at golf, I do like golfing. I go out there and probably lose more balls than anyone, in a round of golf. But I enjoy going out there and having a good time with the guys.
You make those lefty golf clubs very proud, Travis. One more to finish this off. This for me personally. So you're a movie guy. Any suggestions? Whether it's something that you've watched recently or something from the wintertime or just a favorite of yours?
Yeah, I'll give you a recent one, and
okay.
I might catch a little bit of grief for this, but Ocean's 8. It's maybe a bit of a chick flick. It's an all-female cast, but I watched Oceans 11, 12, and 13, loved them all, and this 8th one came out, and I had to see Ocean's 8, and I actually enjoyed it. So I was telling all the guys about it in the locker room, getting a good amount of grief for that. I probably will now that I'm admitting it on national TV, but. It's one of those things I got to give it credit. It was a good movie.
I'm in. I'll give it a shot just for you, Travis. Thank you so much. This was really fun. We appreciate the time joining us today on the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. And good luck the rest of the season and in the offseason as well.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Scott. Have a good one.
All right, you too. And thank you, fans, for joining us and making this show go. We'll have more shows coming up. So check back right here for the next edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Scott Braun. See you next time.